Okay, so this is part two of my last video. Damn, this light is like really bright. Sorry about that. Just wanted to move the light out of the way because you couldn't hardly see my face. Um, anyway, so this is part two to my last video. I wanted to do it last night, like right after I was done recording the first one, but my computer kept acting up. So I had to wait another whole day to do this one. Um, And the only thing about doing a part two video is you have to try to remember like where you like what you were talking about in the last one. Like I mean last night would have been easier, but I actually had to like sit down for like a couple minutes and jot stuff down so that like I remembered exactly where I was in the last video. But in the last video I remember I was talking about what happened 6 months ago, as far as what I noticed with my cat and about the vet appointment that we took her to, and the vet wasn't really able to tell us anything. We just the vet just got her money, and I don't know. We still left just trying to guess what was going on with my cat. Um, but after that vet appointment, I told you I was pissed at my mom because after that visit to the vet, my mom started talking a lot of shit every day, about my cat dying, about like, well, Prince, like my mom would say stuff like, and this is 6 months ago, my mom would say stuff to me just out of the blue, like, well, Princess is getting old, I mean, Princess is old, and she's gonna die. And I think what pissed me off the most is how my mom like just kind of like was assuming I'd never thought about that stuff. I knew Princess was an old cat. I knew she was gonna die someday, but uh, I just didn't agree with getting her put down without getting an answer to what her diagnosis was. I just wanted a diagnosis, so I started going online and finding any book that I could find, about diseases and cats and stuff like that. And I found some of the symptoms, but it still is not the same as having a vet, just be able to tell you, yeah, that's definitely what she has. I was still like constantly guessing. And I told you I thought, it could be diabetes because she was, the thirsty thing. But and if you see me look down, it's because I'm looking at the what I wrote down because I'm trying to like break this down because if I don't break it down, there's gonna be like 5 more videos just talking about this. But I have to break it down because I don't got that much time to explain all this. So yeah, I talked about what started 6 months ago, but the months following that was basically just months of me being extremely frustrated, looking at trying to look up on my own what might have been going on with my cat, and bad arguments with my mom. I mean, they were really bad. I mean, because it was like my mom was just more and more leaning to the side that, yeah, we're definitely getting Princess put down soon. Me, on the other hand, I was more like, wait a minute. I want to know what's wrong with her. Stop talking about her dying and getting her put down, and let's actually try to find out what's wrong with her. And then my mom would actually get pissed at me for trying to like, I don't know what she was doing really. She just kept saying, I don't know. I felt like my mom was like trying to make me like the bad guy, like the person who was just trying to have Princess sitting around suffering. And that's not what I was doing. I was trying to get my mom to understand that. No, I don't want Princess to suffer. I just want to find out what's wrong with her. I want to help her. I don't want to just have her put down and not know what the hell's going on. But basically, so yeah, my cat after that appointment, my cat continued, having the same symptoms as far as throwing up a clear fluid every Like I said, the clear fluid wasn't every day. It was like every other day or every couple of days. And the obsessive thirst still was the biggest thing that really, got me, because every time, I would see her. I mean, like I think in my last video I said cats are usually not that thirsty. I mean, they get thirsty, but started getting to the point where I would have to fill Princess's water dish like 6 times a day. That's how much water she was drinking. And usually cats don't just, drink their dish. I mean, for me to have to fill it 6 times a day, for her to just be just chugging it down like that. And that continued all the way up until the day she was put down. So I don't know. Could it have been diabetes? I don't know, because the day before, wait, all right, we had her put down on November 5th. On November 4th, I'm trying to like I said, I'm trying to break this down to explain it. November 4th is when she finally developed a new symptom. So I told you, so 6 months ago she started throwing up a clear fluid and became really thirsty. Other than that, other than any other symptoms, she didn't have any. But on November 4th, I noticed that Princess started going to her litter box and staying in there for a long time. Like, at first I thought it was constipation. Then I noticed that when she would finally get out of the litter box, she would be walking around. There was it looked like the same clear fluid that she started throwing up 6 months ago. But this time it was coming out of her backside. And had a little bit of pink in it. And I was worried. Because, a little bit of pink, duh, that means blood. So, basically on November 4th, I told my mom about it. And it was horrible, because we kind of had a huge argument. Because my mom, being the one that already was for getting Princess put down, I told my mom thinking that my mom would be able to, me and her would be able to discuss more about, what we're going to do, if we should take her to the vet, get her checked out this time, save money so we can finally find out what's going on. I just still wanted to help Princess. But when I told my mom on November 4th, my mom was like, you know what? This is not good. It's definitely time to get her put down. And me, I tried to look at, the things that Princess could still do really well. Princess she wasn't laying around, she wasn't acting weak, she wasn't not able to run anymore. She still was running up the stairs just fine and everything. So that's why me and my mom got in a huge argument. This is November 5th now. So on November 4th, she started, having the pinkish clear fluid coming out of her backside. We didn't know if it was coming out of her vagina or her butt. But November 5th, me and my mom were arguing about it. We had the big argument we started arguing on November 4th, because my mom was like, no, we're definitely getting her put down now. This is not good. There's blood coming out of her. It's not good. Me, on the other hand, again, I was like, can we please just do something? Can we just save some money, get her checked out? I want to know what's wrong with her first. But, I don't know. So basically that's what the arguing really was about on that day when it happened. But can't believe I'm already running out of time, so I guess there's gonna have to be a part 3, because we're definitely getting to how what happened, and this is needs to happen. So there will be a part 3 to this video, even though I thought I was going to be able to fit it all into this one, but I was wrong.